Did you know that the real story of Peter Pan has nothing to do with the Disney cartoon? In reality, it is a deeply disturbing tale, blending fantasy, darkness, and the desire for eternal youth. But in a much darker way than the Mouse House showed us in its 1953 version. Its author, James Matthew Barrie, was born in Scotland in 1860 and carried a wound from childhood that never healed. The death of his older brother, David, marked his life forever. David died as a child, and in Barrie's mind, a dangerous idea took root. Growing up was a tragedy, and childhood had to be preserved intact at any cost. This obsession later seeped into Peter Pan, a boy who celebrates never growing up, even when that desire means giving up everything else. Family, the future, and any form of real life. Barrie married, but his marriage was cold and sterile, without children, deepening his emotional void. During his walks in Kensington Gardens, Barrie met Sylvia Llewellyn Davies and her 5 children in the simplest way, repeatedly encountering them in the park, where the children played while he told them improvised stories. Over time, he gained the mother's trust and became part of the family, turning these daily encounters into the emotional core that would give rise to Peter Pan. But behind the smiles and games, there was something in Barrie's gaze and the intensity of his interest that many have found unsettling. Sylvia Llewellyn Davies' 5 children were not mere playmates. Each had a distinct personality that Barrie observed with attention beyond the casual. In Peter Pan, these traits reappeared transformed into the lost boys, children without a clear past, without family, and without a future outside Neverland, united by the promise of never growing up. Wendy, John, and Michael do not appear out of nowhere. They seem like an acceptable, orderly version of those real children, adapted for the audience and softened by fantasy. But beneath that idealization, the encounters in Kensington Gardens leave an uncomfortable impression. That of an adult building an entire universe around other people's childhood, while the work disguises this closeness with flights, laughter, and endless adventures. After their parents died, Barrie officially adopted the 5 Llewellyn Davies children, becoming their legal guardian and the central figure in their daily lives. He educated them, played with them, and shaped their daily routines, while the line between protection and control became increasingly blurred. In the story, this is reflected in Peter's figure as the leader of the Lost Boys, a guardian promising eternal childhood that in reality only belongs to him. The children do age under his care, and when they no longer fit into that endless game, they are sidelined, forgotten, or outright abandoned. In this darker reading, the children are not taken on an adventure, but ripped from their families and reality, seduced by a promise that never comes true. Neverland is not a refuge, but a limbo. While they remain trapped in an endless game, the real world moves on and ultimately forgets them. It is never fully explained what happens to the Lost Boys when they grow up. However, there is a theory absent from the film. According to this theory, the pirates of Neverland are in fact lost boys who grew up. Some escaped. Others were abandoned by Peter Pan. Unable to return to the real world because no one was waiting for them, they remain living in Neverland. Contrary to the child-friendly version, this theory suggests that the true heroes are not Peter Pan or the Lost Boys, but Hook and his pirates. They do not try to destroy Peter out of malice, but to stop him and prevent him from taking more children. This explains the pirates' sensitivity to the maternal figure, as nearly all break down upon hearing a song about a mother, revealing a shared wound. The film softens and disguises extremely serious situations. The mermaid's attempted murder of Wendy, Tinkerbell's attack driven by jealousy, or Peter Pan severing Hook's hand and feeding it to the crocodile. all presented as mischief when in reality, it reflects a constant and real danger. Adding to this dark reading is an even more disturbing theory tied to Barry's adopted children. Michael Llewellyn Davies drowned in 1921, along with a friend, in an incident surrounded by theories of a suicide pact. Decades later, Peter Llewellyn Davies died by throwing himself onto train tracks. Before doing so, he changed his surname, trying to shed the weight of an identity he never chose. Disney did not create an innocent story. It only covered it up. Nothing was eliminated, only disguised. Peter Pan did not change. The way it was told to us did. And perhaps, as we grow up, we do not forget the true story. We only learn not to see it.